Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big scam, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit her max, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Hey, we got a seal.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Get it.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I got you.
Jump hard. Bravo.
Back to throw. Herbert going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Let's go,
at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Mike, ready. He's coming. Run.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He finds his target, Fuller. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Single. I got a single slot.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, we got tight right. Mike 9.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike over there. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Sleep grip.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
1st down, 49ers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert, alert, alert. Watch the whip.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hold the run. Alert, alert, alert. Check, check. 40's mine. 40's mine.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And that's complete to Adams. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Right there, 40's mine. Record. Switch. Alert.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
San Francisco.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Burrito. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
90 Wolf.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal.
Hey, Zoo. Sit up. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 18 yards, first down, Niners.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Tonight, 180. Monday.
Right back to him on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
For that, 180. Here we go, deep, all day, defense, all day, all day. My 40, my 40. Hey, pick your game. Hard. Dash, go now.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Rosen to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm going back to you. Alert. Go.
Yes.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Rosen completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Hey, go, Mike 40, Mike. Hey, Delta. Mike 40, check. He's coming. Hey, watch.
To throw is Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Alert. All right, here we go.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. call it a gain of a couple there, as it'll leave them with a second and just 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 18 yards, first down Niners. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Weapon. Hey, orbit. They go.
To throw again. Herbert. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the double.
Mike 9.
Blue down. Hey, high 7. Go. Deep grip.
On first down, Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Down. 18, Gator.
Cross the pass.
25. Check 25. Check. Look. Squeeze. Fresno. Now.
On third down, Herbert. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Rock it. General West.
Check three. Watch it.
Ready.
2nd and long. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Get him. Ready, get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Man, I got you. Man.
Now a give to Breida. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Here's Rosen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
It's a gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
They run on first down with Jackson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
On the handoff, this is Breida. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
You got 3 down. 12 to mine. Check your hot read.
Middle.
The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A quick throw. It's Arcega right side. Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 76 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there?
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Rosen. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ready.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, Steve 6.
2nd and 6. And he's got his man on the out route.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun. Herbert, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 52, Eagles 20.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Back to throw. Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Looking to throw. Herbert, he's letting this one go for... Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Niners 52, Eagles 27. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Rosen will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, you know, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back to throw. Herbert, now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, this will be caught just inside the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as they are able to cut into that lead. So the touchdown was big, this almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Mike 9.
They'll look to throw. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game.
Eagles 44. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Look, clock management 101.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run again with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, 49ers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco.